Hello, this is Jacob Bolton, Associate Pastor of Christian Formation here at Westminster Presbyterian Church, Alexandria. We are continuing our journey, analyzing and surveying definitions that mainline denominations have given about the concept, the theory, the practice of Christian formation, and then analyzing and honoring the statements that members of our own faith community have written, the definitions, the ways that we describe, define, and claim Christian formation as our own. And so the mainline denomination that I'm going to quote from today is the United Church of Christ, the UCC. And uniquely, the UCC actually quotes scripture to open up their definition. And so this is from Isaiah chapter 64, verse 8. It begins like this. Yet, O Lord, you are our God. We are the clay, and you are our potter. We are all the work of your hand. Again, that's Isaiah 64, verse 8. And now their definition. Faith formation is at the heart of what the Christian life is all about. In many ways, we engage in the practices of our daily lives and the rituals of our faith communities through worship, mission, working for justice and peace, evangelism and education, so that our faith may be nurtured, enlivened, sustained, and formed. In this regard, the imagery offered by the prophet Isaiah of potter God, forming humanity, God's created own, is an appropriate vision for how we might view the ministry of faith formation. So poetic, right? Using this image of potter God who forms from the clay, not only humanity, but also our own very faith lives. And so now we will honor two different definitions, two statements of what faith formation looks like here at Westminster. Named, written, created by members of the church. And these two, honestly, I chose because they are quite poetic. They share themes that Isaiah lifts up here, honoring potter God, who creates, who forms from clay. And so here's the first one. Faith formation, to me, has included several key points. The first is attendance at services on as regular a basis as one's life follows, as one's life allows. Being in a faith community and growing individually as a community is the starting point. Secondly, and this is where WPC especially shines, is in the adult formation classes and the other opportunities for learning and participating. To that, I would add some form of service where people can join others to add to the community their particular time and their particular gifts, whether that's music or teaching or mission work or small groups. And then the second that I will lift up is very poetic and will be a delight to share. Faith forms throughout life, arising through ritual or through a whisper of strife, immediately noticed or steeped by thin slice. Faith is a feeling, a thought, a witness, captures in an instant, or in an age wrapped in stepping stones, or along precipices or crevices. Faith feels safe, or frightening, or formidable. It can comfort, caress, or careen. At times, faith can become a leap, or arise from a stumble. Always let lead. Without faith, hope dies, darkness might overcome. But with faith, the darkness may grow lightness and hope. As our faith forms and molds in its shape, rearrange our lives and our deaths, redirect our aims. By both choice and denial, forgotten and begged, faith formation continually embeds. Elusive and tangible, so very palpable at times, its unmentionable impact, sacredly held intertwined. Till death do us part, faith will be within, only to be extended and offered as we grow to our end. Statement of what faith formation means to that individual and what faith formation and Christian formation means to our community. It's written by a member of our church. And so, friends, as we continue to think and to pray and to discern and to figure out what this concept, what this theory, what this practice best means for us as a church, both in a pandemic and when this pandemic is over, it is an absolute joy to serve and to imagine alongside you as we continue to be molded by the potter God. Much love. Hold fast.